Hey everyone, you're listening to 5 Years Time with your host, Grace Black. Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Years Time with your host, Grace. I'm going to take a gulp of water first because I'm going to be talking. Hopefully that didn't sound too gross. Anyways, I need to get a little table or something next to me because I never drink water during my episode because I just put the water on the ground. Also, I'm all of a sudden feeling so very out of breath. I mean, before this, I was kind of just like setting up all this equipment and getting everything started and testing out the sound and fixing all the mic levels. Fun fact, my husband and I share this microphone and headphones and mic box because he likes to use it to play video games, which I laugh because when we were upgrading like little things like adding a muff, or I don't know what it's called, but like a little thing shield on the outside to help with echoing, like all those things, are getting an arm that clips to a desk. I used to record on a desk, now I don't, but anyways, getting an arm that clips to a desk, all those things, he's like, oh, it'll be great for the podcast, like we have to get it. And then literally every night he's using it to play video games. Was it great for the podcast? I mean, like, yes, but I don't know if that was the reason he was promoting the purchasing of these products. I'm happy that he's happy and that we're happy and that everything's happy. Anyways, welcome back, guys. I think my sound should be good. Oh, I'm kind of in the red. You guys are going to get so tired of me talking about this, but I find that the hardest thing is the fluctuation in our voice. Like, how are we supposed to just talk like, hey guys, how are you? Is that, how was your day? Was it really good? I'm so glad it was good. Oh my gosh. Really? That happened? That is so exciting. I can't believe that happened. Like, is that no, it's like I'm yelling. Is that how we're supposed to talk when we do this? Maybe I should move away from the mic a little bit. Anyways, how's the sound been? Let me know. Nobody's complained yet, so I think it's good. You know, I always say this, we're our own worst critics, and it is so true. But we're also joined by a cutie little guest. She's kind of sleeping next to me, but we'll see. Who do you think it is? It's Alibi. Say hi to the video and hi into the mic. No, she can't do the mic yet. So if you're not watching the video component on YouTube, I think you'll have to check it out to see the cute little fluffer. Anyway, she's gone back to laying down. I've learned the best thing to do when recording is get her and put her in this room unless she's with Trevor, because otherwise she's going to come running in at some point throughout the episode and scratching at the door, and it's just a little bit stressful when I'm like, I'm in the middle of something. Anyways, I'm looking out the window right now to the beautiful snow falling, like giant chunks of snow. I honestly have stopped looking at the weather app because I'm back to working from home, so I'm like not impacted by it in the sense of what I'm wearing or where I'm going. So I'm truly surprised every time, but I was not expecting snow today. And I feel like I say that about every weather because I just told you I don't look into what's happening. But this morning it was like a slow little snow, and now it's these giant chunks. And it's beautiful. I love that. I literally said last week, this aged so well. I said, if it's going to be cold, it better be snow. And it snowed. Like maybe it aged a little too well. It snowed a lot. And we still have the snow. And in Niagara, where I am, it's like very unheard of to have this much snow. So it's just lovely to look at. And lovely for me who's working from home. I understand it's hard for the commuters, and I'm sympathetic to that. But on this beautiful day, I'm happy to be looking at it because it's not sunny. So snow, it will do. Anyways, this week was so interesting because there was closures with school. So Ro was home for a few extra days, but it was fun because it was snowing, and so we were out and about and tobogganing, and we knew it was just for a couple days. Like, I think that's a difference there. And then, so the start of it was a little bit stressful with work and her being home, but Trevor was able to take some extra time off work and was a little more flexible with his schedule. So that was wonderful. He was able to man the ship there. And then throughout the week, I was a good week. Like, I don't know. I felt a little stressed out, as I do always. Like, stress comes, but I think I've been really taking my tips, especially for my Sunday resets. If you haven't been listening to those, I drop a little motivational tidbit of a podcast every Sunday, and it is available wherever you listen to podcasts. It also has a video on YouTube. And then if you listen over on Spotify, I curate a playlist that goes along with it. And the goal for that playlist is just like, you listen to the podcast when you wake up, it goes into the playlist, and you're in this good mindset, you're ready to go, get the laundry in, start the dishes, whatever your things are, do your spa, whatever, anyways. But that has truly been like helping me. And I make the playlist obviously throughout the week, but then when I finally listen to it all together and with my podcast episode, the Sunday Reset, right in front of it, like it really does help me just get into this great mindset. And I've been listening to it with headphones on recently, and it's just been like, I'm in my own little world. Sometimes I'll lock myself in the bathroom and like get ready and have it with headphones in and just like be my own little world, sing and dance to myself in the mirror, like so fun. And it just puts me in a really good place. So I hope that you guys are enjoying it. I've heard amazing feedback. I'm loving doing it. So it's been such a fun project. Anyways, I guess that's just been like a really helpful thing. This past week, we talked about meditation, and I have taken that practice into my life. I told you that I now keep all my yoga stuff next to my bed and my incense and my diffusers and everything. And so I'm able to just like, before I roll into bed, or if I'm already in bed and just feel, can roll out and hop onto my mat and just take a moment for myself. And truly, it has been a game changer. Because when you reevaluate what's in your mind and what's stressing you out, you're able to put a little bit of perspective onto it. And you're able to, for me, I think everyone is thinking about the same things I am. If I'm stressing out about something, I'm like, everyone else is thinking like, why hasn't Grace done this? Or why did Grace do that? Or Grace, blah, 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 this. Like, I'm thinking that everyone else is thinking these negative thoughts about me. But when you change your perspective, it's like, wait, everyone else is so caught up in their own issues and their own things and what's going on in their life. Like, I really doubt that they're thinking as much as you're thinking about this. So once you remove that, it's like, okay, so I'm responsible for this. So these feelings are my feelings. I own them, and I just don't need to think about them anymore. I will get it done and I will do great and whatever. But in whatever the case is, you know what I mean? That was kind of a little tangent. I feel like everything's a little tangent, but I think that's what this podcast is about. It's just sharing, right? So I should stop saying that. But yeah, this week was really good. And I'm just in a happy place. And I guess we can go into what I learned this week. And that is, it's okay to ask for help. What I learned this week, it's okay to ask for help. I am the worst at asking for help, like the absolute worst. I will not ask for help. I am so bad at it. And the one person I think I feel most comfortable about asking for help is my husband. But that being said, I still probably don't lean on him for the right things all the time. Like, I'm probably not asking for help when I should be. And then it's like escalating into something else. And then I'm kind of like drowning and asking to be saved as opposed to just for help. So I need to work on that. But also, I need to know that like he's not the only person that can help me. There's lots of other people in all areas of my life that can help me. And that asking for help is me helping myself. So just like, I think what's hard for me to ask for help is I feel like I should be capable of most things that I'm trying to do. And if I'm not, like, I can learn it or I can figure it out, or like, if I've taken on the responsibility, like I've made that commitment, so I am going to follow through and finish it. Like, I can do it. And I don't know what that is. Like, why do we feel that? Why do we feel like we need to complete things by ourselves, or that, like, I was actually talking about this with Trevor, and who's my husband, if you didn't know, and I was saying how, like, there's this big thing going on in early childhood education, and if you have kids, you'll know this as well if you work in the childcare field, but like, where we're trying to move away from saying like good job and like praising with um an expectation that like the kid is completing something for the satisfaction of the adult or for the other person, but like the kid should be completing the task for the satisfaction of themselves. And so there's like this big thing going around in that, but that's just kind of like aside. But I was thinking, like, I feel like a big thing we say to kids also is, you did it by yourself, like all by yourself. Oh, you're so big, you did it by yourself, by yourself, by yourself, by yourself. Like, but we don't praise teamwork, and we don't praise asking for help, and we don't praise those things. I'm not saying we don't, but I'm saying, like, there's definitely not, at least in my world that I have lived in, like, there isn't this huge emphasis on, like, oh, that's amazing that you asked for help because you weren't able to complete that. And you realized that if you asked for help, then you would be able to do it. And like, I feel like that's me to this day. It's like, I grew up thinking, like, I have to do it by myself. Like, I can't ask for help. I can't let anyone know about my weaknesses, or that I feel that I'm not capable. I can't. Like, I need to keep this facade up. And it's all of a sudden like, whoa, 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 that's not true. And like, the only way we are able to live as humans is with help of others. You actually couldn't get here because you come out of the womb unable to do literally anything. It's not like you're an animal. We can't be in the wild. We can't walk. We can't talk. We can't feed ourselves. We can't do anything. So, like, the only reason we're here is because of help. So, we need to, or I need to, step back and actually realize, like, it's okay to look vulnerable, and it's okay to look like you don't know everything, because in reality we don't know everything. And it's not that I think I know everything. Like, there's so many people who know so many things about so many things, and I only know what I know. So anyways, that's like, I can't even get to that explanation, because like there's just so much stuff to know. Literally nobody can know everything. But even if it's something that you specialize in, specialize, put a little W in there, even if it's something that you specialize in, like, you're not going to know every single thing of that thing. But other people have other perspectives and other ways that they grew up and other experiences that might give them a little more insight into one of that. So anyways, my point being, if you just ask for help, this is my reminder to myself, but if you just ask for help, it's not showing that you're weak. It's showing that you're strong. It's showing that you're capable of understanding when there's a gap and that it needs to be filled, and that you need assistance to get there. Like, I think it's weak. This is me. Like, I don't ask for help. I think it's weak to hide behind this facade of pretending that you know everything and that you don't need help. Like, it is weak because you're not doing yourself a favor, and you do end up in this like bad place. Like, this could be something that you're actually needing to complete, or just like a project or school or work or anything like that. But it could also just be something in your home life. Like, maybe I just need a breather because I can't do the dishes right now, feel the pressure of whatever's in my mind, have a kid screaming at me, and then be asked something else. Like, I can't do it all the time. So sometimes you just need to, like, instead of waiting till you snap, like, stop in that moment and decide what is the priority there. Is the dishes the priority? Is the child the priority? Is you having a little bit of alone time the priority? Like, what is the priority that you need there? And then you need to rely on the people next to you and ask. So in that situation, it would be like, okay, Trevor, I can't do the dishes right now. I will do them. I just need a second. Or, okay, Rosie, I understand you need something. Let's play. Like, let's play and let's do this, and the dishes can wait. Or, I just need to put headphones on and listen to the music. Can you go watch a show, and I'll do this. I'll get you a snack and a show, and then I will do the dishes, and we'll have 15 minutes alone time. Like, whatever the problem solve is. But yeah. So, what I learned this week is that it is okay to ask for help. And I guess the prime example of that is our house has been a disaster, like, since basically before Christmas, like the week before Christmas, because I was sick and Trevor was manning up the house. And like, it's not like I left the house in a clean state, or we hadn't like left the house in a clean state prior to that. So it just got like messier on top of messier, and then holidays, and holiday stuff everywhere, like whatever. And then Ro home from school with us both working full time. Things just got out of hand. And then Ro was home for the first 2 days this week. And so it's not like I had that chance to reset necessarily, and then we're working again, and it was just like we didn't get a chance to reset the house. So it just was like we were in this bad cycle of like we were trying really hard to like keeping up with the dishes and the laundry and the tidying up, but like it was like not good. It was like our kitchen sink counter was just 24/7 covered, and we had a load of dishes in the dishwasher like constantly, like load after load after load. We just couldn't keep up. Every time we put something away, it was pulled out. Every time I did a load of laundry, a spill happened. Anyway, it was just like this bad cycle, and we really needed a reset. And so Trevor came to me and said like, why don't we, well, what his suggestion was to do half day. So he would take Rosie for half the day and I could reset a bunch of stuff, then he would go. Then I would take Rosie and then he would reset, and then we could also have some like of our own personal space time, like, you know what I mean? But then I was like, I don't really need like personal space right now. Like that's not what I'm craving, but obviously it's something he's asking for, so I know that it's something that he wants. And so I said, why don't I just take Ro away for a whole day and I'll go to my mom's, and then you can clean and you can chill and play video games and nap and whatever. And literally it was like, first of all, it was wonderful to get out of the house. I think when I'm working from home and I never leave the house, it was just nice to have a breath of fresh air. So it was something good for me. And it was something great for Trevor. And then when I came home, it was so nice. We had dinner in a beautiful, like, clean space and just felt really peaceful that evening, and going into some bed and resting and knowing that we're waking up to a clean kitchen. Like, that is beautiful. But so that's where Trevor taught me something wonderful, because he asked for help in a way that I wish I could do sometimes, but whenever I don't do. Like it's just not the way that I'm wired to think, and I want to change that. So he came and asked for help, and then I was able to help him by helping, and that helped us, like, and it was like this domino effect of just great things. And like now today I've woken up in this beautiful mood, and we've had this beautiful day, and we had family breakfast, and we've been playing and laughing and dancing, and Rose just been in such a happy place. And I'm not saying Rose not happy most of the time, but like she feeds off our energy, and then it's like this amazing thing where if that hadn't happened, we'd still probably be like, it'd be like, oh, it's snowing today, it's really cold, like there's nothing really to do, it's kind of like slippy outside, it's not like we can really play outside too much. And then it's like we'd just be living inside in filth and adding more to it, you know what I mean? So it's like if Trevor hadn't stopped and asked for that, then we wouldn't be where we are today. And so I just like thought that was an amazing thing. And I reflected on it, and it's like, wow, I need to implement that more in my life. So what I learned this week is that it's okay to ask for help. Actually, it's more than okay to ask for help. It is magnificent to ask for help. And asking for help is not only helping yourself, it is helping your surroundings. And like it's just this beautiful thing that I need to wire myself to thinking like, you can ask for help and then I don't have to be a snappy biatch. Ah, okay, I guess we're moving on into roses, buds, and thorns. Good job, Grace. Okay, everyone. My rose this week, you know, it's so funny when we do these roses studs. Oh! It wouldn't be the segment if I didn't say thuds, y'all. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I was gonna say, um, I feel like I always like kind of go through the highs and the lows, like at least sometimes the lows in my learning, but that the learnings lead to highs. But I'm trying to think of like other roses and other thorns outside of that. But my rose for the week was on Monday when it was the big snowfall. We woke up to so much snow, and we were snowed in. Like our street, because our street doesn't really connect to anything important, and it doesn't have a lot of through traffic. So it's always last to be plowed. So it didn't get plowed till the next day on Tuesday. And then they only did like one lane, and then eventually they plowed the whole thing later on. But it's okay, we didn't have anywhere to go. But my rose was, it was just such a beautiful scene to wake up to, and obviously a lot of work, but it was one of those things where like all our neighbors like came out. I love this like about our community, and it's like we all get out there. We're all out there shoveling our driveways. We're all helping each other. People with blowers are coming around and plowing. And it's just like this beautiful thing to see, especially when we're in the middle of like restrictions and lockdowns and working from home and not seeing lots of people. Like it's nice to get everyone outside and working together. Like it was a really nice thing. And I think it just set me in a good mindset. And then we came in and we put on a fire, and Ro's been loving fires recently, so that was so nice. And we put on a show for her so that we could start our work day, and it was just like a nice cozy time in the living room. Trevor came and worked in the living room with me because I work on the dining room table and his like desk is downstairs. But anyways, he came upstairs and worked with me, and it was just like a nice cozy morning. So that was a really, really nice day. My thorn was I was feeling a little stressed out on Friday. Well, I don't even know if it was stressed out. I was just kind of feeling like confused or like, I don't know how to explain it. But, anyways, basically, I was just like feeling a little overwhelmed. Maybe overwhelmed is the word. And then all those other things came under it. But I think I did a really good job of writing everything down that was in my mind so that I didn't have to think about it anymore and I could come back to it later. Like, I mean, I like organized it all, wrote down my thoughts, organized them, and then I'll come back to them later. But I just knew in that moment that I was gonna, if I kept thinking about what was overwhelming me, I would just like spin out. So I just needed to like put it to bay. And then also doing that, you realize like I don't need to stress about this right now. Like I have time. So that was that. My bud is, what am I looking forward to this week? I would love to get outside more. Like obviously with the snow, it was hard for me to just even get outside for like a walk here or there. I need to start doing walks again. Like I haven't been out on a walk. It was so cold this week, like -16. Some places obviously so much colder, but just felt so cold. And yeah, I just need to get out on a walk. I think I want to try, I'm not going to say daily. I used to always put pressure on myself to do things daily, but then I'll never do it. I think I'm going to try to go on a walk tomorrow at some point. Oh, I got a cough, guys. I'm sorry. I got so much saliva. Let me take a sip. Mm-hmm. um, Anyways, what I was going to say is I'm going to try and take a walk one tomorrow at some point. I'm not going to commit to when that's going to be. Maybe lunchtime. That's a good time to. Oh, no. I have an exciting thing happening tomorrow at lunch. Okay, anyways, I'm going to try and go on a walk tomorrow at some point. And I bet you I'll feel really good after that and I'll want to do it more. But I'm just going to commit to trying to do it once. So I'm looking forward to my walk tomorrow and getting some fresh air and listening to some music. And I love listening to music because then I can work on curating my playlist for next week's Sunday Reset. Anyways, let's get into entertainment. Recap, entertainment. Recap. Oh, guys, I've also been saying guys throughout this. I'm sorry. But anyways, I will get better at my entertainment recap, but maybe some snaps. Some jazzy snaps. Honestly, there's not much to say here. I barely read this past week. I'm in the middle of a book. I'm loving it. Same book as last week that I was reading, and like I'm not going to know the name of it. Should I look it up? But when I was at my mom's yesterday, I read a good chunk of it while Ro was napping, so that was nice. But I just haven't been in a wanting to read place, so I can't find it. I think it's all there. I will link it below if you want to know. Don't worry. After I read it, I will put I'll put it up on my Instagram with my rate and review, so you will know what it is. But anyways, I'm really enjoying it, and so I read a big chunk of it yesterday, and then I was gonna read before bed, but I was like in a weird mindset. And I don't know, I just haven't been in the mood to read before bed, so I wanted to listen to a podcast. I was like, I'll just listen to a podcast. So I've been enjoying some podcasts, and I actually put on like a meditation playlist, like a sleep hypnosis one, and that was good, except for I messed up my sleep timer, so I literally fell asleep during that, and then it went to something else next, and that woke me up, and I was like so confused. I was like, oh, it's still going on, like I'm confused. And then I probably let it go on for like 3 to 5 minutes before I realized it was like playing different songs, and then I was awake, and that was messy. But anyways, I caught up on I watched the new season of How I Met Your Father, which was super corny and definitely like sitcom-y, but I'll probably watch it. It's a nice background show, not too much commitment. And like it was definitely nostalgic when the like song came on. I was like, "Oh my gosh," like I was like transported to that time in my life. Yeah, I've just been catching up on my shows. I caught up on Just Like That, the Sex and the City reboot. I'm really enjoying it. Like I've been enjoying I was liking it at the beginning, but now I'm like really enjoying it. I feel like the episodes are getting a lot meatier and less like trying to be politically correct and Gen Z. Now they're a little more like, I don't know, they're doing it good. So if you tried watching the beginning, I think you should just keep pushing through and you might like it more. I've been enjoying it. And then Below Deck. Oh, and I watched the new Summer House, which was so fun. Like, I can't wait for the next episode. Like, there's something about Summer House I just love. I don't know. And also, I only started Summer House like a last season, I think, like last summer. So I might go back and watch from the beginning. That's just like a side project. A side project. It's just a side binge. That's what I call projects now. But yeah, and I've been resisting starting Love Island season 4 because I know once I started, I'm like stuck in it in a good way. Like I like it, but I'm trying to resist it just a little bit longer so I can watch the shows that I'm trying to watch. There's so much stuff. New Ozark on Netflix. I need to watch that. Me and Trevor will have to watch that. I was just talking about that a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, we got to watch Ozark. That'll transport me back to when Ro was first born because that's when we watched it all the first time. But yeah, that's I think all the entertainment I've been watching. Um, yeah, other than that, if you want to hear the music I've been interested in, go check out my Sunday Reset playlist, and you can go follow me on Spotify at 5 years time. And then I have a few other playlists on there. I have a meditation playlist, and I'm always adding stuff. And other than that, that is that. Thanks for listening. I'm so excited for the week of ahead for us, and we're so close to the weekend. Woohoo! And I just want to thank you so much for your support. This is truly my happy place. I love being here. I love talking to you all. I love communicating through our DMs and just like hearing your ideas and your learnings from the week. I just love it, love it, love it. So I just want to thank you so much for being here to support me. It's been such a great ride and I can't wait to keep on going. So again, I'm wishing you a great week and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Okay, bye. Mwah, 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 mwah.